Hello, good morning. I am going to get up close and personal with you today, and I am going to show you how to wax your face. Alright, so these are the things you're going to be needing today. This I will link. You can just get one on Amazon for, I don't know, 30 bucks maybe. It's not too bad, and this is what professionals use. This is what I use here and at the salon. And then I'm going to do my eyebrows and lip and even my chin with this. And then I'm gonna need one for each nostril when I do my nose. This is a little spoolie brush I like to use for my eyebrows. If you don't have one of these, grab a comb. This is for if you wanna trim your eyebrows. And this is just for anything extra that you miss with the wax that you just don't wanna go back in with the wax to use. All the little extra baby hairs on my face, all the little peach fuzz, I like to take all that off when I'm done waxing. And so, there you have it. There's a few things you need to know before we get started, and I'm going to be using hard wax today. I will do a totally different video on soft wax, but with hard wax, I think it's a little easier for beginners because you can put it right where you need it and it will harden right there, and then you peel it off by itself. With soft wax, you put it on where you need it, but then you have to put a strip on over it, smash it down, and then rip it off. And while you do that, you run the chance of smashing it up higher into your eyebrow and ripping off more than you want. So if this is your first time ever waxing your face, I would suggest hard wax just to be safe. I came from the generation of thin eyebrows. So I overplugged in junior high, I didn't have an arch, and half of my eyebrows don't grow back anymore. It's so annoying. So I usually am really sparse in these areas right here and right here. And I have few hairs here, but it's also a tad filled in, which is not a bad idea. So if you're gonna wax your eyebrows and you have to fill in your eyebrows, it's a good idea to fill them in a little first, see exactly where you like your eyebrows to be, and then start waxing. First things first, you really wanna be careful with the temperature of the wax. I usually turn mine on to low, medium low. I don't want it too hot, it will burn you, it will hurt. And if you are on any kind of acne medication or anything like that, then your skin is gonna be extra sensitive. And depending on which one you're on, you could wax, rip it off, and it will kind of take off the first layer of your skin as well. That happened to my little sister when I was waxing. It was her lip, and I know she hasn't forgotten it. And so I was like, just sleep with Neosporin or Aquaphor on your face for the next week and it'll heal. But just be really careful. If you're on any acne medications, check with your doctor, see if waxing is safe. Oh, and another thing that's really important to remember is that you're never gonna get your eyebrows exactly the same. Remember that your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. They will never be the same, but they can look even and similar. This eye is smaller, so this eyebrow is different. It's just my whole face is different. And so don't expect your face or your eyebrows to always be the same as each other. Mine grow totally differently. Just do the best you can to get them even without worrying that they're not exactly the same. When you're getting your wax ready to do your eyebrows, you get it, you dip it, and then get this whole backside off. And I'm gonna start in the middle right here. And so with hard wax, it is nice because you can get as close as you want without running the risk of getting it smashed into your eyebrow. I would say, if in doubt, leave it out. If you think you're gonna be too close to your eyebrow and rip off some of your eyebrow, don't go that close. But I am going to go right there along the edge. Give it a second, you can feel it's already getting hard. Like you can touch it and it won't attach to your finger, then you know it's getting ready. So once you can peel up from the top like that, see how that's already ready and ready to go? You pull this skin taut and then you pull down. Don't pull like out, but pull down. I'm a lot cleaner right here and that is nice. If you have thicker eyebrows, then you're so blessed, be grateful. But if you have thicker eyebrows and you're wanting to just take off a little and you're gonna need to shape it, I would comb down exactly where you wanna take off the hairs. And then I would put the wax on right there only and rip it off and start lower than you think you need to and then work your way up. If there are a couple hairs that are just too close, don't wax again. Use your tweezers. This allows you to get hairs closer to your eyebrow that need to be plucked out without ripping your eyebrow off. Okay, so my trick to not ripping your eyebrow off is to hold this back with your comb. You comb all the hairs up, hold your comb there because you can see that all of the little hairs are held back so that they won't get stuck in the wax and get ripped off. So I don't have a ton of hair right under my brow right here next to my nose, so I don't start that close to my nose, but other people who have hair under there that needs to be waxed, go ahead and start a little closer than I did. And normally I go up a little closer to my brow, but I'm trying to grow that arch section back in anyways, so I just really don't want to get too close. Plus I was looking in my phone doing this, so I just didn't want to chance anything. So now I'm gonna get like this section right here. And this will just help clean things up without plucking. If you're gonna pluck your eyebrows, chances are that you see a hair next to another hair that looks like it should go, and then you start plucking more and more and more and more, and then before you know it, you're like me 20 years later with hair that won't grow back in certain places. Okay, so while this one's setting, I like to utilize my time. I like to start another piece, but I don't really want to focus too hard on the bottom right now. I just want to apply something quickly, so I'm going to do it on the top, and I'm just going to be careful not to get it into the top of my brows, just like I didn't want to get it into the bottom of my brows. And then make sure that you just kind of take your time, place it carefully. I have a little bit harder time on my left eyebrow because it's not right here with my right hand, it's over here. So be very careful on your opposite eyebrow to have it the right angle. Okay, so now this one's ready to rip. Again, I'm gonna pull this here. I'm gonna pull up this edge right here. And then the faster you pull, the less it's gonna hurt. If you just like rip it slowly, it's gonna hurt every single hair. And people are afraid of waxing because they're like, oh, this is gonna hurt way more than like plucking. Plucking hurts more because you're pulling one hair at a time. This is just a quick like, and then you're like, oh, it wasn't actually that bad. And it gets all the little white hairs that I have a hard time with. So maybe no one else wants to see this, but it's my favorite thing to see all those hairs come off. Dang, you can't see it. But now that side is clear and I don't have any sticky residue because hard wax just takes itself off. Soft wax, you're gonna have to use like an oil after to get the stickiness off. And so you hold here and pull. So you always wanna put the wax on the way the hair is growing and pull it off the opposite way. So this is my non-dominant side. And so when I use it, it's just a weird angle for my fingers. And it's just, for me, for some reason, it's a little easier. I think because of the way my eyebrows grow, I can't just do this in one fell swoop. I have to apply it like 3 different times in the right angle so that I don't rip my eyebrow off, because this is the eyebrow that I tend to get a little too close on every time. As that's drying, I'm going to apply the top on the other side. Okay, so this side, I'm gonna pull towards my nose, fast. If there's any little pieces left over, just kind of scrape them off gently. And this side already feels like I can already touch it without getting wax attached to my finger. So that means it's already hard, which means I could peel it off. And then most people have like more length and thicker eyebrows and they wanna trim this. I feel like if I trim this, it's taking away some of my coverage. So I don't usually trim mine. I usually just kind of brush them. I just don't have very thick eyebrows. Like I have very fine hair on my eyebrows. So I'm not going to cut mine, but I will kind of show you what you need to do that. So if you have just little scissors like these, I wouldn't necessarily use your kitchen scissors. They're just so big, especially right next to your face. So little like nail scissors or just any little scissors you can find. You're just gonna brush up with your comb, and then you're gonna take these and just kind of lightly trim those. And then you can do the same thing here, lightly trim those. Then some people actually have hair to brush down. Brush this down and you can get the bottom hairs as well. Then when you start, like when I do my makeup and stuff, I'll usually fill in a little bit of the places that I just don't grow hair very much. If you're nervous to do your eyebrows, go to the salon, and maybe even just do that every once in a while, you know, wax at home, keep up on it as best you can, and then go professionally and get your eyebrows waxed. But with your lip, you can just do it so quickly. I'm gonna show you how to wax your lip. I'm gonna go in right here on my middle first, and you always wanna pull the skin tight. So I'm gonna go like, and you don't have to worry about the amount of wax you're putting on here because you're not gonna smash it into other hair and rip that hair off. So this is fine to just kind of put it on there. It's already kind of hardening, I can tell because I can't move my lip very well. So this is the hardest one because there's not really a lot to hold on to, but just kind of hold on, pull under your lip, push out. That is going to, mostly right here in the corner, it's gonna get all these little hairs that kind of grow on your lip that you'll be able to see in the sunlight. So I like to make sure I get along my lip line right here. And get this little chunk.
And yes, your kids might come in the bathroom and be a little bit afraid of you, but it's okay. One day they will understand.
And I mean, it hurts for a sec, but then you're done. And you don't have to pluck and you don't have to worry about all these little hairs. And then if you have dark hair and you're extra hairy like me, I like to just take these on my lip like this and do these little hairs.
And this should last you 2 to 4 weeks, depending on what you want to do. But I even wax weekly sometimes just because I can, because I'm at home. So if you end up wanting to do it more, you can. If you want to wait and just do it every month, you can do that too. And it's so simple and so easy.
And then as that's hardening, I think just as I've gotten older and more babies, I have more peach fuzz here too. You can't see it, it's not black, but it's white. And so when I'm in the sun, I'm like, holy crap, where's all this hair from? And so I don't do it very often, just when I wax, because I'm getting all the other hair off my face, I notice this hair more and it bugs me. And so I don't know if you've ever seen these little razors. You can wax this, but I just feel like it kind of breaks me out more. I feel like my hair and my skin right here is like shocked when I wax right here. So I think this is called like a Tinkle razor. I don't know, I'll link it down there. You're just gonna lightly, like don't dig into your skin, because I don't know, sometimes if I do, I break out more, but lightly, back and forth little strokes will get you those little hairs off. So on this side, do the same thing. Yeah, do you see that? That is my hair coming off. Isn't that gross and funny? But now, that is not on my face. And I get some long ones like right here for some reason, so I just kind of lightly do that. But you don't want to do it too hard, you don't want to dig in and cut yourself. And I get a lot of people saying like, oh, I don't want to wax, my hair is going to go in thicker and darker, and that has never ever happened to me. In fact, over the last several years, I have less and less hair to wax, plus my skin has gotten kind of used to it, so it's a lot tougher and it doesn't hurt as bad when I do it. So if you shave a little bit like that, your hair's not going to grow in like a man. I promise it won't. It'll actually clear your face off and even exfoliate your skin just a tad, so that when you put your makeup on, it will apply it even better and easier and smoother. And you're gonna be like, wow, why haven't I been doing this forever? It's really nice. All right, that's it for today. I hope you learned something new, and my next video is gonna be on how to wax your nose. So subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it, and I will see you then.